What's going on, everybody? It is Triple Crown 24 back today. I have a massive mail day. As you can see, finally caved in and purchased some living set cards. I have a COMC order that has come in, including a 1952 tops, all the stuff for my Tigers all-time team set, and then some Cabrera cards and a few odds and ends. A couple of eBay pickups for the Tigers all-time team set. A couple of things I picked up off of Blowout Cards forums. And then a little box break recap from yesterday's birthday break video. If you haven't seen it, I encourage you to go check it out. There will be spoilers in this video, so kind of just a overview of my results. Won't waste any more time. We'll get into it. For the living set, I have been waiting for a Tigers player to pop up, and this is the week that one finally came in. Now, this was actually a few weeks ago, and I was pretty stoked that Babe Ruth was one of the other two cards. Regardless of who they were, I was going to pick them up just because I was going for the Tiger. But to get Babe Ruth, which is card number 100 in the living set, is a big bonus for me. These cards look really sharp. I've always seen a lot of people get them in their videos, and they look pretty nice on camera, but in person they are something else. So if you haven't picked up any of the living set cards, highly encourage you to do so if you can get the players of your team for an affordable price, or just wait until they put out more players of your team. They try to get to all 30 teams, even though some of the not-so-good teams have less players. But really cool. Babe Ruth was one of the highest printed cards. This one, not quite as much printed, but pretty cool. Sandy Alcantara rookie. Don't know too much about him, but always nice to get a rookie. In terms of grading, these are pretty hard, but the Ruth looks pretty good. It looks like it would get a 10, and then this Alcantara, might have to take a second look at it, but I think it would also be candidate for a 10. This one has a corner issue on the back, but no big deal because it is going right in my collection. It is a Victor Martinez. This is card number 102. This was the one I was really after. Recently retired, had a great career with the Tigers, also played for the Indians and Red Sox beforehand. Here he is at Comerica Park with the Pepsi porch in the background. Awesome card. Glad to add this to my Tigers collection. In general, I'm a big fan of the living set. I've definitely gotten hooked on it, and getting these cards in, definitely going to be tempted to buy more. I can't really afford $15 a week to keep picking them up, but there is like a set of 3 players that I really like, or a Tigers player. I will continue to pick those up. So let me know what you guys have gotten in terms of the living set. I know I've seen a lot of videos out there where people pick up most of them, if not all of them. So moving into my COMC order, I have some odds and ends stuff before I get into my Tigers team set. So I have this Buck Farmer autograph card, about 75 cents. He's been a part of the team for a few years now. I didn't have an autograph of him, so I figured why not for that price. 15 tops chrome there. And then this Pat Neshek card. This is a foil out of 2016 tops. Would just like to get this one signed TTM, so that's why I grabbed it. And then some of my Cabreras from my Cabrera collection. See, this is a purple refractor from 2017 Bowman's Best. Looks pretty sharp out of 250. I really like this one, the Major League Milestones, 2,500 career hits. I don't know what year this was from. Looks like it was 2017 tops. So pretty cool. This one is awesome. Miguel Cabrera, Al Kaline inspired play. I don't have too many cards of Cabrera with some of the other Tigers legends, so anytime I see one of those, always tempted to pick it up. 2 Ginters, 2016, 2008, both with the Tigers, so 2 nice Ginters to add in. Little flagship tops, 2016. And then a then and now insert from Heritage from several years back, Cabrera and Brooks Robinson. So just some base Tigers to add. And then looking at the cards I got for my all-time team set, I'm not going to go through each one of these just because, I want to save some surprise for when I do the actual reveal, but I did get 5 from the 1966 set. Some of them have like rounded corners, but there's no like major creases, or nobody wrote on the cards at all. So they passed the presentation test, and that's really what I'm looking for in these to add to the binder, just so that the project is a little bit affordable in price. Don't really need a near mint or mint card for every single year, especially some of these older ones. So these will all suffice for, I believe I got all of those for 50 cents or less. 3 of the 81s that I was missing, so I now have all, or not 81, excuse me, 91s that I was missing, so now I have all the 91s outside the traded set. Same goes with 89. I picked up all of those. There's the Doyle Alexander, part of the infamous John Smoltz trade. Biggest name is probably Jack Morris out of this bunch here. So a lot of 89s in that stack. I don't think I paid more than like 75 cents for any of those. Sparky Anderson, 87. Really solid. I'm not missing too many of the 87s, but this is one I needed. And then the only 2018 I needed, because I got my only copy signed in person, this is Nico Goodrum. So happy to add another Nico into my collection. Really big fan of him. He was just named Tigers Rookie of the Year. And then this is probably my favorite card that I picked up. It is my first 1952 Topps for the set. Don Callaway. So I'll show you for comparison here with the 2018 Topps card. A little bit of a size difference, as you can tell. They're a little bigger. Not too much wider, just a hair wider as well on these 52 cards. This one is in pretty good shape, I would say. COMC estimated it to be like a, I think they said a 1 or a 2. So either a poor or a good in terms of a PSA grade. And I think it looks, it just looks a little bit better than that. As you can see, it's off-centered left to right, and then it's got corner issues at the top, but for a card from 1952, you're not going to find too many in really good shape. So these are really awesome just to look at and to have, kind of a really big piece of baseball history. Technically, it's not the first Topps set, but a lot of collectors do consider it, pretty much the first, I would say, the first Topps modern set. Like the 51 was kind of a different animal, where this one is kind of the start of what we kind of see today, where it's baseball cards as just these picture cards instead of baseball cards as part of a card game. So super stoked for my first 52, first of many. There will be many more to come later down the line. So that will be that for my COMC pickups. Move on to my eBay stuff. And I got this team set in, and I gotta say props to the seller on this one, because he added the sticker cards on the front and the back for protection. So anytime you ship in a team bag, the top cards are sometimes prone to have like the corners damaged on them. So these kind of help protect that from happening. So thank you to the seller for that one. First thing I picked up is this 84 Topps Tigers team set. Includes all the traded players. So I'll just kind of pull out some of the highlights here. You have Lou Whitaker and Jack Morris. I'll thumb through these really quickly. Kind of pause on some of the bigger names, but this is the year the Tigers started 35-5, ended up winning the World Series over the San Diego Padres in 5 games. Really dominant Tigers team, perhaps the most dominant of all time. And as you can see, there's two Hall of Famers in here, at least players who played for the Tigers. Some pretty notable names as well, some fan favorites, guys who could arguably maybe get in the Hall of Fame as part of a Veterans Committee vote in one day. But super stoked to add in the set from the 84 championship. I'm not a huge fan of this set. It's kind of like middle tier for me, but overall, really solid. You can see the traded ones here look a little bit different. There's a little bit of a difference on the back too. You can see the traded ones are a little bit lighter blue with a little red background for the stats. So that was one of 2 team sets I picked up. The other one is this 2016 set. I imagine you guys are probably more familiar with this one if you're newer into collecting. I really do like these cards. If you follow my Topps Rank series, you'll see this one hasn't come in on the list yet. It'll be one that's more towards the top of the list. I would say it's one of the better sets of the new millennium. Really sharp looking cards, so happy to add this in. All the Tigers are in here, including the update series, probably the biggest one. This Michael Fulmer rookie card, as well as the Fulmer rookie debut. So pretty cool to add those 2 in. I'm going to have to update my stats the next time I do the update, just because I have not put these in the binder yet. So I don't count anything until it is in my binder, ready to go to be showed off. So Made some progress since I got to 13% last time, but not too much more. We got a long way to go. See, we're almost at 10 minutes here, so this is a little trade I made on blowout cards. Just got this for my 2018 set / flagship collection for Topps. Ariel Miranda, who now pitches in Japan. Some 15 Bowmans as well. Matt Hall, pretty good prospect for the Tigers. Cam Gibson. So just a few little oddball additions to the collection there. And then this one was a purchase. Got this for $15. Pretty happy with that price. Out of 25, Michael Fulmer. Patch auto from this year's Triple Threads. I think Topps really knocked it out of the park with this year's Triple Threads. The designs look really good. This one is a sticker, but the rookie autographs this year are on card, which is new, and they look really sharp. So kudos to Topps. They have released one of their better Triple Threads releases, in my opinion, for 2018. So had to get the lone Tigers autograph outside of the cut autographs that are available. I believe Fulmer is the only one, which kind of sucks as a Tigers collector, but hey, it is what it is. All right, here's the recap from my box break. I'm going to try to keep this video under 15 minutes. We're doing a pretty good job so far. So this is the stack of all the inserts, the parallels, basically anything that wasn't any of the big names. As you can see, that's a pretty hefty stack. A lot of those will probably be sent off to COMC the next time I send off to them, just because, well, I might keep a set for myself, but any of the duplicates will be sent off to COMC to recoup funds. And then some of the bigger cards, these are ones that did not make it into my graded pile. So I wasn't going to grade any of the Otanis just because he's already had, a rookie in the Topps flagship. But I did get 3 Otani rookies of him pitching and 4 of the rookie debuts. If I were to grade any of them, I think I might do the rookie debuts over this rookie just because he's already had one. So 4 of those. Ian Kinsler Black Parallel, which was pretty nice, as well as the Manny Machado Independence Day. I think this looks really sweet, especially with the All-Star game being in D.C. Got 2 of these postseason manufactured cards. They look pretty nice, but, I'm not a huge fan of the manufactured relics. Harper and Crawford there. I really crushed it with the All-Star game relics, and this one is kind of like a fringe candidate for being graded. It's the Mike Trout one. I don't normally do the thicker stock cards for grading, but this is one I might take a second look at to possibly send in just because Trout, well on his way to being a baseball legend. We have Jack Flaherty autograph, and then the Juan Soto. This one looks like it's a little off-center top to bottom, so I kept it out. So one of my Sotos. These 2 Glabers have some issues with them, so I did not put them in my pile for grading. Same centering problem with this Acuna Jr., and then some edge issues with this Acuna Rookies insert. Some edge issues with this Acuna Rookie debut, and then as well as this base one. But for the most part, absolutely crushed it. Before I get into the ones that will grade, I was able to get this Ty Cobb Don't Blink, as well as 7 Tigers base cards for my Tigers team set there from the update series. So stoked to add those into the binder. And then how about this one? Christian Yelich is my ever All-Star Game card. Just recently won National League MVP. This card is in really, really good shape, especially for the colored borders. So it's one that I'm looking at very closely. May or may not send it in the PSA. Not 100% sure yet, but it's definitely in the candidates pile. As is this Mike Soroka. This one looks like it's a little better centered than some of the other 83s I got. So really promising young pitcher. Lou Gehrig short print, which is really sweet. I think it would just look cool in a slab. And then I would say I crushed it on the rookies, which is what I was really looking for. I got 3 Sotos. All of them look to be in good shape to grade. This one I'm a little questionable on. So get these in the card savers when I'm done here with this video. 2 Soto rookies as well. Got 2 Gleyber rookie debuts. 2 Gleyber rookies. And then on Acuna, 3 of the regular ones, rookie debuts. 1 of the golds numbered to 2018. 3 of the base. And the short print. So, my opinion, crushed it on those. Those are all slab candidates being added into my slab candidates stack. Probably going to do another PSA submission in December. I have one that's out now that will come back in January, but just trying to recoup some funds and get ready. Plus, I have a ton of base here that I picked up from those boxes that will be used for my spring training trip. So let me know what you guys think down below. What did you think of today's mail day? I know it was a longer video. If you guys like the longer mail days, you can let me know down below. If you want shorter ones and me to divide it up into more parts, you can do that as well. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope everyone has a great Thanksgiving. I don't think I'm going to do an upload tomorrow. If I do, it'll be a Tops ranked. But have a happy Thanksgiving, and thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good one.